Good.
Well, hello. My name's Nancy Quast, and a few months ago, my daughter was, on Facebook, and she saw this Dr. Scott guy, and had no idea, but it was talking about thyroid issues, and which I have had in the last 20 years, had some thyroid issues, and I've been taking Synthroid faithfully all these years. Well, and my daughter actually about 4 years ago got Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and I've been so concerned for her and had no idea where she could go for help, and her situation was much worse than mine. But in any case, we decided to go to this free seminar that Dr. Scott was offering, and we're like, what can we lose to going down? So after listening to what he had to say, I was just blown away with his understanding of how the body works, and how this one problem you may have and what you're doing to take care of it may not be really helping with, if you're on a daily basis feeling bad with the foods you eat, and which has been my case through the years. It has just been ridiculous how I will feel like I'm eating healthy compared to most of the culture that I live around, because I didn't eat fast food, I didn't drink carbonated drinks, I drank water and juice, and just overall I thought I had this amazing understanding of how to eat healthy. And still, I was always bloated, and just, the least little thing would just be making me bloat up like I was in my second trimester of pregnancy, and I'm just shaking my head at what's going on here. So this has just been my story for years, and on days that I really feel bad, I'll pull out the stretch pants and the tent dresses and go through my day, just trying to get through another day, and hoping that after I sleep it off, I can start my day again before the whole cycle returns, and I'm in the same endless fight for what is wrong with me, with no answers anywhere. Because I've down the road, I'd had colonoscopies, I've had just a myriad of things with no answers to what's wrong. Whatever that's called in your stomach, there's a term for it, the stomach issue they call it. I lost it.
Gastritis.
Yeah, and so anyway, but coming to Dr. Scott, he just explained that if you're having thyroid issues, which was in my case the situation, he said there's a good chance I can help you. And so I went to the next step and had some tests done, and then I was quite surprised when he showed me what he saw from that. But initially, even before that, I had blood work done, which showed some concerning things there as well. So I just stayed with him, and he then continued to put me on a strict cutback in areas of food that he said would really, you'll start to see a change. And be honest, I was a little apprehensive, or just concerned that how am I going to survive without my bread, or all these things that I'm not going to have now, and just the hunger issues. Because before I started coming to him all the time, I would just be hungry, even though I had just finished a meal. I would even feel like I hadn't even eaten, and so that was just concerning me, that I'm even going to get more hungry or whatever. So I just put my trust in him that he knew what he was doing, and I have been blown away. I have felt good. I've and the foods he's told me to eat, I've stuck with it. And it's just, the weight came off within probably, right at the 6 week point. I was right at 12 pounds off, and it was all in the middle, which made me feel so much better. And so then my body just stabilized, because I guess your body knows how much it doesn't need weight-wise, and it gets rid of it. And then, so all I know is this has been a lifesaver for me, because 20 years of my life has just been a struggle for sure, and just going out to eat has been a struggle. Just your whole life is just consumed with trying to not feel disgusting and gross, and and thinking a lot of the time I might even have cancer because of how bad I felt, which wasn't the case. But so if you're contemplating that this may be something you want to do, well, I hope that what I tell you would help encourage you and make you make a wise, good decision. That this will be a life change for you as well, hopefully.
Awesome. Now, what were some of the main complaints? Like you were having problems with like IBS and bowel issues, and then sleeping issues.
Oh, that's right. I did forget about all that. Yeah, the IBS was the one earlier I couldn't think of, the irritable bowel, that I'd been told I had. That was probably one of the biggest things I've had to deal with, which has gone away. I mean, but constipation, good grief, that was insane. I mean, and their culture says, fiber is what you need, and you won't be, good grief. I was probably just drowning in fiber, and it wasn't helping. And since I've been going to him, that has changed. And also, sleeping was a big issue for me. I mean, it used to be I could fall asleep fine, but then I would wake up 3 hours later, and then it switched to where it would take me hours to even fall asleep, and just, and then I was depending on sleeping pills, and then laxative pills, and all of this stuff, and I just had convinced myself that I had found something that got me, at least a little relief in both areas, but overall, it was still, I was depending on a chemical substance that my body didn't even understand what it was, and I was convinced myself I was fixing my own problem, when now that I've been doing this with Dr. Scott, I'm serious. I'm not taking laxative pills, and I'm not having constipation issues, and my sleeping has finally, it took a few weeks with that. It wasn't like overnight. That was about 2 months it took me to finally say goodbye to sleeping pills. And I've been resting finally, naturally. Actually, my body's been actually feeling sleepy, which I hadn't even felt that symptom even in my body for years. I feel tired, but I never would feel sleepy. So now my body actually feels sleepy when it needs to rest like it's supposed to, which is very, very good as well.
Awesome.
All right.